Nothing can separate you. How the love of God fuels unshakable confidence in life and business. Imagine that you're standing in the center of a massive arena. Every spotlight is on you. Voices, some cheering, others criticizing, surround you. You're carrying the weight of expectations, deadlines, relationships, and internal doubts. You've made some wins. You've made some mistakes. But deep down, in the core of your being, you're asking a simple question. Am I still loved? This isn't just a spiritual question. It's a human question. It's the silent tug behind your performance in the boardroom, the unease in your relationships, and the pressure you feel to keep proving yourself. Romans 8:38-39 steps into that arena like a roaring anthem. Paul declares that nothing, not death, not life, not angels, demons, mistakes, fears, the future, or even you, can separate you from the love of God in Christ. Let's unpack what that means for your faith walk and how you lead, live, and love. The anchor in the storm, a love you didn't earn, can't lose. Most people, especially achievers, professionals, and entrepreneurs, live in the gravity of performance. You're celebrated for results. Your worth gets tied to metrics. And before you realize it, your identity is more connected to outcomes than origin. But here's the gospel's curveball. God's love isn't based on what you produce. It's rooted in who He is. You can do nothing to earn God's love because it's a gift. That truth should stop us in our tracks. In a world of contracts and competition, God operates from a covenant. He made the first move, covered the cost, and sustained the relationship. This isn't just warm spiritual poetry. This is the foundation for absolute confidence. Because if you didn't earn it, you can't lose it. So what happens when that truth settles into your bones? You stop trying to earn your place and start showing up with clarity, peace, and freedom. You no longer lead from insecurity, but from identity. That's not fluff. That's the kind of leader people trust and follow. The power of inseparability. Why nothing means nothing. In Romans 8:38-39, Paul wasn't exaggerating. He was eliminating excuses. His list is comprehensive on purpose. He wanted you to know that no gap, loophole, or scenario can sever you from God's love. Let's break this down for your daily reality. Death. That moment of finality has no sting because Christ already beat it. Life. Even the noise and chaos of your calendar can't drown out your belonging. The future. God's already there, loving you in advance. Your mistakes. Handled on the cross, paid in full. Here's the hard truth many don't want to admit. Sometimes the thing we fear will separate us from God is ourselves. We fear we're too inconsistent, too late, too much, too little. But Romans 8 drives a stake into that lie and declares, not even you can disqualify what God has already secured. That's freedom. That's fuel. And that's your edge in life and business. From spiritual insight to strategic advantage. Let's bridge the gap between this spiritual truth and your professional life, because they are more connected than we often allow. When you internalize that nothing can separate you from the love of God, here's what changes. Your leadership becomes less reactive and more rooted. You're not leading to be affirmed, you're leading from affirmation. You take more bold, faith-driven risks. Why? Because failure doesn't threaten your identity. You create healthier cultures. When grace is in your bloodstream, it leaks into your team. You bounce back faster. Shame doesn't stick when you know you're already forgiven. This doesn't mean you settle or coast. means you strive for clarity instead of acceptance. That subtle shift is the difference between burnout and breakthrough. The metaphor that matters. The lifeline in the deep. Picture a diver exploring the ocean depths. They have a lifeline, a tether connected to the surface. No matter how deep they go, they are never disconnected. The lifeline keeps oxygen flowing. It keeps them grounded in life above. Romans 8:38-39 is your lifeline. No matter how deep the challenges run, how dark the pressure feels, or how far you think you've drifted, God's love remains uncut, unbroken, and unstoppable. You may lose your footing, but you will never lose your lifeline. Take it personally. Then take it public. This is where it all turns. The power of this passage in devotion isn't just in reading it, it's in owning it. Let it soak into your self-talk, decisions, leadership, and relationships. Sit with the emotional tension. Can I be this loved? Still? Yes, you can. And you are. But don't stop there. Let this truth lead you to love others with the same grace. Build businesses where dignity isn't reserved for the successful. Raise teams where people are reminded of their worth beyond their role. Show up in relationships with presence instead of pressure. Because when you know that nothing can separate you from the love of God, you become the person who doesn't separate others from it either. Final word. This is your foundation. You will have hard days. You will fall short. You will doubt, hesitate, and even fail. But none of those things gets the final word. The final word is this: you are loved. Without condition, without expiration, without separation. Let that truth breathe life into how you live, lead, and love. Now, take a breath. Receive it. Believe it. And go live like it's true. Because it is.